Oh shit, here we go.
Oh, fuck that. I didn't mean to disconnect it.
What better way to test FSD?
This is on chill. This is FSD chill.
What better way to test FSD than doing a little Uber Eats? So that's what we're doing in this video. We're driving Uber Eats and we're just seeing all the random instances of FSD and good things it does, bad things it does. In general, I am the biggest believer in FSD, and I may be critical at times in this video, but overall it is nothing short of magical in its ability, and it's just impressive to watch, I think. So, disclaimer. We're on the streets of Summerlin, Las Vegas. That's where I like to pound the pavement, doing Uber Eats, and yeah, you know, look at some good real estate. We're gonna hit Mesa Ridge today. It's a very nice development on the South Summerlin side. And yeah, we'll just see what happens here. Just so butter smooth. It is just silky smooth. Really good getting in and through neighborhoods. Really impressed with how this went in this video. Everybody knows about the stop signs. So yeah, it sucks. What are you gonna do?
Green's online tools help customize a treatment plan for you, and it's all backed by the True Green
Interesting.
guarantee. Go to truegreen.com today to start.
This was crazy. Getting out of this parking lot here on Charleston,
It's time to trust your experts at True.
right across the street from Red Rock, picking up from I think it was Bowlology, and then yeah, just really interesting choices by FSD going through this parking lot. Making a left here.
You're in the right place. The Infinity Sports Network.
Great to be with you guys. Mark Ryan here on the
Now we're going right.
Sports Network. Awesome to have you guys with us, man. Let me tell you what. In the draft,
You can see on the navigation, you know, I thought it would make a left here, and it instead, I believe we're gonna cut through the gas station.
totally down with being like
So yeah, just crazy. We're supposed to be going left. It decides to go right for some reason,
totally down with being a minority.
and then now we're in the gas station conundrum.
I'll tell you, when this happened, I couldn't leave the place.
Very interesting choices, FSD.
It's just incredible to watch it get out of this jam. So here we are. We're gonna shoot the gap.
Is it gonna shoot the gap? Oh my god, it's gonna shoot the gap.
Hell yeah, player.
Pretty-
There were so many better ways to get out of here.
Pretty freaking unbelievable, if you ask me.
But navigation, what are you gonna do?
You just do whatever the fuck you want, huh?
A very human-like last-minute lane change. I make a lot of cuts in this if nothing exciting happens. I try to let it run for the most part, but a lot of long freeway drives where it's just, or you know, just long straightaways. You'll see a smash cut. Red lights like this, I'm just gonna cut to where the light turns green right there. That's the cut, because we're just sitting at a red light for 2.5 minutes. I mean, it's pointless. Honestly, I don't know how anybody does this in a regular car. I mean, I can't imagine doing this without autopilot and FSD. Managing the Uber app is so intense. I mean, there's pings coming in. You got 10 seconds to look at it and decide whether you want to take it. Then, you know, navigation. And I mean, it's just, if it's illegal to text and drive, I don't know why this is legal, because the Uber app is so demanding, and you have so little time to decide to take an order that your full attention is on that screen when that order comes in. And you know, having accepted orders off of FSD and off of autopilot, you know, it's scary as hell. You get into, you know, a lot of near rear ends, to say the least. Okay, so this is great. So we're getting off the freeway, right? It gets over one lane. Now it's in the correct lane. It's in the exit lane, and out of nowhere, it jumps out and it does this.
Interesting. Wow. Wow, it just totally missed the fucking exit. What are you gonna do now, FSD? What are you
damn
gonna
it.
do now, FSD?
And before that, we heard the latest from Brittany Howard. That song's called What Now?
That's so wild. And now we're doing slowing down. We're going. That's it. Crazy.
God damn it.
Come on, man.
I have never had that happen. I have never had that happen. It got over to the exit, and then it purposely got out of the exit lane, and then it just starts slowing down. Not real. It's not like a hard stop or any kind of G-force. It just is like, what do I do now? So it starts slowing down to less than 50 miles an hour. That was nuts.
I mean, I've had missed turns before, but
Does it again.
it usually just resets. It resets the nav and it keeps on trucking. But this, you know, it reset the nav and it just started slowing down, and to the point where I had to take it over. So that was definitely, I would call it a critical intervention, for sure. Not life-threatening, but it wasn't going good, that's for sure.
Jason in Seattle listening in. Sue, thank you. And Greg and Yolo the cat always listening in. Shannon listening from Houston.
No.
Kevin in Fitty Ridge. And Mike in Belltown.
There you
Jason
go.
from Federal Way. Thank you, Jeff, for the email.
Come on, all the way
And
left.
Chris,
All the way left.
Granddaddy.
Again, with the lane wiggle, I mean, anybody that watches Tesla videos knows about the lane wiggle, and it happens a lot. And, you know, here I don't know why is it getting, you know,
What are you gonna do now, FSD? Can you make it? Will you make it?
just very interesting decisions, you know. And again, this whole thing is nothing short of magical. It's just, it's amazing how good it is, and it's also amazing how the kooky kind of things it does sometimes. And you know, in a video like this, it's a lot of bad things are highlighted more than good, and so it's very deceptive. You get it's not a fair shake, to say the least. And I was critical of the lane choice here because I thought I was getting on the freeway.
Okay. It wasn't trying to get on the highway.
It was never trying to get on the highway. It was always going for the bypass road. So, you know, this is the good thing about FSD is it surprises you a lot. It does the right thing, you know, more than a human would sometimes. Smooth as silk. So good through the neighborhoods. And pulling over to drop off food.
Rihanna K says, leave the door.
Here we are coming out of the Vistas. This is off Charleston in Summerlin. And yeah. .41 and a .35, absolutely perfect. Love getting lucky coming through the gate. It's the best. FSD just goes full speed ahead right in front of this car. Gotta like that. I think technically we'd have the right of way. And then overly cautious at the stop sign. What's new? Here, you got some kids. It slows down very nicely. So good through the neighborhoods. And here we get a left drop. So I just disconnected because it'll never pull over to the left side. This is technically illegal. You're not supposed to do this, but I mean, go ahead, drive Uber Eats and don't do the left drop off. See how that goes for you.
Daniel C. says, leave the door. Gate code, number 7989.
This is cool. It's a little roundabout cul-de-sac, and so our destination is behind us. And FSD really, it uses these cul-de-sacs really well. I mean, really smooth turnarounds, as good or better than a human would do. It's got the speed limit at 30, which would be nuts if it did that in here. So again, just really good example of the automatic speed selection. And here we go again with the kids slowing down very nicely. And we get our first gate attempt, which I don't think it goes very well. So gate's closing, you can see it up ahead. And FSD just comes to a stop. And here's where I nudge. If you see me put my hand up, like I do right here, this is me showing visually what I'm doing on the gas pedal. So as soon as I release the hand, I'm off the gas pedal. Just a little nudge, get it going up towards the gate. And then it handles the gate beautifully.
Hell yeah, player.
Really good right turn there. Slowing down for the dog. Gotta love that. And here we got a gate code that I gotta punch in, so gotta disconnect. Alright, here we are. We are at the Village Center Drive. This is a really crazy area. You can see this humongous roundabout, right? I get lost every time, and I do a lot of orders out of here, and I never get the roundabout right. I'm always going the wrong turn in the roundabout, and so far FSD has never let me down doing this insane roundabout. It's just incredible because even with the navigation and everything, I still miss the turn. I always get stuck in this little it's roundabouts inside of roundabouts, and I just can't say how good FSD is in this particular part of Summerlin. It's amazing. It's never failed me once. That's a nudge. You can see the hands, so I'm gonna blow right through the stop sign because there's probably somebody behind me, and it's great. Just a little nudge and you can go right through those just like you would normally off autopilot. If you don't see the hand, then I'm not giving it a nudge. This is all FSD. There's a nudge. Probably because there's somebody behind me. Here's the roundabout. Really good through these yields. I mean, it doesn't even hesitate. Unlike 11, yields and roundabouts on version 12 are absolutely mind-blowing. So insanely good.
It should be noted, there has never been a day with more playoff games decided by 20 or more. What's well for us, Mark Justice and PJ Gillespie, back to you in LA.
What are the odds, right? Well, these two teams have played close games, even though Denver has won all of them in the last couple of postseasons. PJ, we got 13 combined field goals. 10 of them are layups or dunks so far.
All right, jumping on the Summerlin Parkway, rolling up the windows,
The defense has been non-existent for both teams.
driving into the sun, so the footage is not great, but
Blow the whistle. I mean, you know, there hasn't been really foul calls. There's obviously no free throw shot yet. Guys, it's really like both teams.
very smooth, very natural, pacing with the traffic, beautiful merge. What more do you want? This gets interesting up here if you know the Vegas area. Going from the Summerlin Parkway to the 215th South is a gigantic circle. Here it is. You can see it on the nav. Version 11 would get really herky-jerky on here, and it would always go way too slow. This was one of the major disengagement points I had with version 11, and version 12, it is just butter. Absolute butter.
The NBA app is everyone's app. Every fan of every team. Everyone.
Love how it rads the inside of the lane right on the shoulder. Because that's what I would do. And that's what most humans would do. Alright, so here we are. We're getting off on Town Center and we're going into Mesa Ridge, and a couple of really kooky things happen. Always nervous. I'm just always nervous it's gonna miss the exit now, you know? I've had a couple of those where it just for some reason either won't enter the freeway or it won't exit the freeway correctly. But other than that, so coming up here, it's 3 lanes. We're gonna get into the far right lane. Just a butter smooth. That's a nudge because it actually cut somebody off. I remember it. You know, it has this thing where it jumps in front of people and then it doesn't accelerate. So coming up here, this turns into a right-hand turn lane only, and FSD just fucks it up.
And it goes to Torian Prince of the Lakers.
Only took 9 minutes and 5 seconds.
Now that might be a record for games that we have called. Hey, how about Reggie Jackson well enough to play today? He's in the game right now.
God damn it.
I mean, just
Incorrect lane choice. Trying to go straight through a right-hand turn lane at 45 miles an hour.
Come on,
just
man.
no effort to slow down. I wonder what would have happened there. That's crazy. Up here is awesome. This construction just comes out of nowhere, and there's a bunch of cones, and you know it's really hard to see with this car. So here's the cones, and it is so close.
Oh my god, that was close.
But it navigates it like a champ. But you know that the right turn lane, you know, it's a lane that turns into a right turn lane. That happens every single time on FSD 12, which, you know, I would love to know what would happen if I did nothing and I didn't take over there. I mean, I think it would slam on the brakes and stop in the middle of the intersection. I can't see another solution. Alright, so this is Mesa Ridge. It is one of the nicest developments in South Summerlin. It is guard gated, so all the Uber Eats and DoorDashers have to stop at the gate. And so, of course, that's going to be a disengagement.
You gonna go Rams or Chargers? Okay. Who do you like better?
I like the Chargers.
28-21 in favor of the Lakers. 53.9 left, first quarter. Anthony Davis has the inbound, reaching the three-point line, stops the dribble, goes to LeBron. Free throw line extended to the right. Peyton Watson defending. LeBron puts it on the deck, goes reverse.
That actually helped the Lakers because Jokic was in the midst of throwing a lead pass at a breakaway layup. I think Was that Reggie Jackson? Somebody was wide open, and the caller was ready to throw him the ball.
It was Jackson. Dinwiddie got called for the foul. Dinwiddie's arguing, but I think you're right. This worked out better for the Lakers.
For sure.
And we're back on the FSD. This is an awesome neighborhood. Anybody that lives in here,
Hell yeah, player.
gotta love it. It must be nice. A lot of roundabouts. We're coming up on one now. So just silky smooth through the neighborhoods. Handles the roundabout so good. You know, 11 would always get hung up here on yield signs.
Here's Porter, front court, shot clock off. Denver can have the last track with 9 seconds to go in the first. Jokic back to the basket, double cup.
A beautiful job.
No shot, I believe, is a call from Tyler Ford on a foul in the double.
That's some confusing streets. And here I had to take it because I had to park in the appropriate place. All right, so now we're coming out of Mesa Ridge. And just, I love this neighborhood. The houses are so nice. I mean, these are very expensive houses, as you can imagine. This is a sweet Aston Martin right here. Again, 11 would have just hard stopped right there. 12, it doesn't even, I mean, it barely slows down. I mean, it slows down, but it's the perfect amount of deceleration, and just a great job handling that particular instance. I mean, how good was that left turn? It is so smooth. Now we got the gate coming up, and I'm always nervous because it's been messing up on gates lately, so I'm ready to take over if it needs to be. And you'll see me lurch forward. It slams on the brakes pretty good right there. And then does a creep, you know. And then another lurch, slam on the brakes, but it got through the gate. And if you know 12.3.4, it's been having trouble with gates, so kudos to you, FSD.
24 paint points. Spencer Dinwiddie made a free throw and Rui made a three. That's it. 24 of their 28 points against so far woeful Denver defense.
Got a Jackson Hayes signing to upload game 3, spelling Anthony Davis to start quarter 2. Denver on the attack.
The thing I hate about some Tesla channels is people are really beginning to take this stuff for granted. I mean, stop for a minute and think about how impossible this would have been 5-10 years ago. It's just breathtaking, but people are really, they're taking it for granted now, and they're nitpicking some of the shittiest things. I mean, it's not perfect, sure. Is it ready for full autonomy? No, by no means. But my God, you have to just take a minute and appreciate. I mean, look at it getting over for the bikes here. I mean, incredible, you know, just fading over, so smooth, so sly. I just hate it, you know. I feel like there's Tesla channels out there that they're just nitpicky way too much. So here we're gonna reroute midstream.
Navigate handles homemade ice cream.
A near perfect game on Thursday.
29-15 in game 3. 30-25 Lakers. Minute 15 into quarter 2. James against Murray. It's been the matchup most of the first half. Takes a free throw line. Pass out perimeter. Brings corner 3 missed. Dribble turns, flips it up. Can't get the roll. Gordon the rebound.
Jackson should have dunked it. It was a good rebound. Got to finish that.
Gordon finds Brown. Right corner 3. Missed it. Rebound comes off to Prince. Another sluggish game from three for Denver early. They 1 for 5. Pass to James was open in the lane. It was too low off his shoe top. Thought he was fouled. It caroms out to Denver off the turnover. Michael Porter left wing 3. Short, another miss. Offensive rebound, Browns. He can't convert from inside and rebounded by LA.
Good hustle play by Christian Brown. He's 40, so he's got 40,000 regular season points. That's good. 8,000 playoff points.
D'Angelo Russell from outside, chewing on that mouth guard, looking as if he didn't go over 7 the other day.
Every stop is just smooth as butter. I mean, better than a human could do. You'd have to really like focus in order to stop that smooth every time, and they've just absolutely nailed that aspect of FSD.
He's missed for the Los Angeles Lakers over the course of the year. You just start with Vanderbilt.
11 would always have a hard time getting over those double white lines. And here, it's just busy, and I got to park. I can't mess around, so.
James Haddock got fouled from behind as he was trying to stop.
All right, we're back on the road.
Sean Corbett with the call against Denver. On Jamal Murray.
Spacey
Tapped out of bounds, and he's asking his assistants if they should challenge. Jamal Murray gets right in the face of the assistant coaches and said, "I'm telling you, I touched it." And they will review it.
Yep. Green light special.
Green light will come on, and our first challenge, Michael Malone and the Denver Nuggets. We'll see how they adjudicate it after the timeout. 7:26 to go. Second quarter, Lakers 37, Nuggets 32. You're listening to the NBA play.
44 in a 35? I would. People are griping that it's going too fast in the low speed limit zones. It is. It's definitely going fast, but I think people go fast through there too. I think if you did 35 all the time, it'd be dangerous. All 35s are not the same, you know. Is it a divided road? Is it 2 lanes? All these factors add up, and in my opinion, it nails it every time. So here you can see we're going east on Tropicana. We're trying to get on the 215 South, and you know we have to get all the way over. And I think, you know, I personally, and most humans would fade into this right lane, you know, right around here before the light. You know, we're coming up to a stoplight. I think I would have made that move and gotten over. Now, the crazy thing about FSD is like it sees things ahead that you can't. There's a bus stop up here, and although there's no bus currently, oftentimes there is, and you just don't notice it until it's too late, and then you wind up getting stuck behind the bus. So we still have to get over 1 lane. And, you know, it always finds a way. It just always finds a way to squeak on over. And at the last minute, you know, I mean, it looks like we're about to miss the on-ramp and somebody shoots in front of us. But FSD figures it out at the last second, and it usually makes the right call.
Still on Murray's fingertips.
Jamal still had it. It was not a good challenge. Assistant coaches are supposed to look, especially on the first play of the game, a possession is worth it. 7:26 to go in the second quarter. That's a big mistake right there by the Denver bench.
Gabe Vincent was also in that double team, and he waved his arm, I think, trying to deflect it, but he missed it. Fortunate for the Lakers.
Another nice merge.
Austin Reeves on top to Vincent. One dribble in to the free throw line. No, missed the jumper. And a good look. Rebound Denver.
LeBron getting the rest of Davis.
All right, now we're getting off of Jones. And it's a pretty tough right at this light. The visibility is obscured, looking left. In the past, 11 had a lot of problems at this particular right, and 12 does not.
One time.
Austin Reeves is doing what he can to prevent that from happening. That's 7 points in a row for Austin.
4:15 to go first half, and as KCP was holding and D'Angelo Russell defending, Zach Zarba called the foul on
Crossing the solid white, man. 11 would never do that.
How the Lakers not fouling, and they're in the bonus early.
There's a nudge. Somebody's behind me. I'm nudging. I'm nudging. I'm nudging. We just go right through. So I only really do that when there's, somebody right on my bumper who's, impatient. Because FSD is a good way to get rear-ended. If you know about the yellow lights in particular, it makes some of the craziest hard stops on yellow lights. So I will almost always give it a nudge through the yellow, and in a situation like that. The beautiful thing is when you do nudge it, it doesn't freak out. It just, it just takes a little of the cautiousness away, and it's still smooth, and it's great. You just need a little nudge. And here, I know it's going to be a nightmare, and it's, I'm trying to just get this over with. So that's going to do it. I mean, FSD.
Hell yeah, player.
Give it some credit, I mean, just take a minute to appreciate the impossibility of what is going on here and the quickness at which it's getting better. And I'm going to leave it there. And if you made it this far, thanks for watching.